Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is another episode of Is It Worth My Time? This time I'm going through Amazon Prime's Upload. So, welcome everybody. So, before I get started, let me take care of some business first, then we'll get into it. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see a video pop up at the very end here. And basically, what YouTube does, it takes the algorithms, all the stuff you've been watching, and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library. Up here is going to be Future Man, is what's going to be up there. If you want to know when I'm on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at my weekly schedule that I put up there, which is also mirrored on my Facebook page. And you can also find on Suspended Fanimation all the links to my social media. So that's Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, but no tier set up as of yet. And also, speaking of Facebook, there is a Facebook group page which you guys can join up, talk amongst yourselves, and post things. So you always see stuff there on both on my Facebook page and on my group page as well. So I'm going to do the spoiler-free version of this thing first, and then we'll get into the spoiler version. So is it worth your time? Are you stuck at home? Are you looking for something new to watch? Are you interested in a little rom-com with some sci-fi put in and some very light social commentary? Then Upload is for you. Yes, if you've seen the trailer for it, it's basically a dude who ends up in a virtual reality world after death, is what it is. And so there's no spoilers on that one whatsoever. And basically how he's kind of navigating that along with his handler, if you will, someone who is helping him through navigating this virtual world, if you will, and all the hilarity that ensues from all of that as well. So if that sounds like something that is up your alley, then definitely go for it. It doesn't delve too deeply into things. It's actually nice. It's not something that's going to tax you mentally either. It's it's a light watch, is what I can say. So is it worth your time? Yes, it's worth your time. Especially if you got nothing else to watch too, and you're looking for something new. And it's got Robbie Amell in it, and it's got Andy Allo in it. So you know, easy on the eyes, all that kind of stuff too. So with that out of the way, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the rest of this thing. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. So like I said, it's they kind of touch briefly on some social commentary on this about the haves and the have-nots. They don't go too far into things, but you see the 2 gig people that basically only have 2 gigabytes of data and a month. Those are the poor people that have been fortunate enough to be uploaded, but don't have enough. Excuse me. Oh, but don't have enough money, of course, in order to pay a data subscription. It's almost like having a mobile plan, and of course, the rich have unlimited mobile or unlimited data, so they can do whatever the hell they want. Whereas the poor people do not, and they get frozen if they use up that 2 gigabytes. There's lots of people that are out there lurking. They always lurk. So yeah, I mean, it could have delved a little bit more into the social commentary, but it decided to go more into the rom-com territory. And there's even a murder mystery that shows up about 4 or 5 episodes in, and it's only 10 episodes long. So it was almost kind of an afterthought in a way. But you're like, okay, so why did he die? Why did he get uploaded? His name's Nathan Brown, by the way. And of course, Nora starts getting involved in this too. Nora is his handler who's out in the real world. And there's some scary stuff that's in this too. Like you have these large conglomerations that are joining together, like Oscar Mayer Intel, which are trying to reclone bodies so that people can be downloaded into their new bodies, if you will. and they try it with some billionaire and his head fucking explodes. So there's some gross stuff that's in here too, and there's funny stuff too. Like, you have um, Luke, who is a veteran, who, because he was a veteran, he gets kind of a pass and gets uploaded into the country club version, if you will, of this upload place. So there's all these different locations that you can be in. You can of course do a low rent version of this upload thing. You can go Disney if you want. There's Disney Eternity that's out there, which we never got to see, which I thought was funny. And yeah, it's just all kinds of weird stuff. So they didn't, like I said, they didn't delve too deeply into it. They touched on it and then moved on to kind of go with the rom-com and a little bit of the murder mystery. And you have self-driving cars. um that is how our main character Nathan ends up, getting, into the situation that he's in to begin with, because his self-driving car ends up getting into an accident. It's, he tries to stop it. He sees it going towards a truck, and it of course crashes. And then of course when he's in the hospital, they're saying he's going to die, and they're giving him the choice of going to upload or go to surgery. And he says, well, I'm feeling better. And they're like, well, nope, you're probably not going to survive. So of course he goes over to upload. It was just, there's some things that could have been tightened up a little bit, but for the most part it's not bad. I know it already got renewed for a season 2, which is good. Actually just got announced yesterday, I think it was, or the day before yesterday, on Monday. And so yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. I mean, the cliffhanger at the end, when you see his girlfriend, his I don't know if you can call her his girlfriend. It's just kind of this weird Ingrid, who may or may not have been involved with his death or keeping him alive, or what was going on. We don't know for sure, but she ends up uploading herself. Basically, she yeah, suiscan is what it's called. You get your head. Basically, what happens is you get your head scanned, and your head gets burned off completely and just leaves your body, which drops into a vat of ice, so that they can keep you on ice and clone you at a later point in time. So there's a lot of things that were going on in this series that they just didn't uh or they couldn't explore, in the amount of time that they had given, because they decided to go with the more of the rom-com version of it. I mean, you have the dark web too, that's outside of the little resort that they're in, and they have a timer essentially going on, that if they're gone for too long, they get erased from uh, the virtual reality that they're in. There's people that try and go into an upload stream. So there's some dark stuff that's in this, and then there's just the superficial stuff too. Um, so is it worth your time? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's got some decent stuff in there. There's enough stuff here for them to build on. And like I said, the actors aren't bad. Uh, and I'm also digging Zanib Johnson as Alicia, who is Nora's co-worker. And the shit that she's going through, what is it? She's working like 3 or 4 jobs. I can't remember what it is. And on top of what she's doing for the Horizon company there. Uh, yeah. So, and of course, she's lost somebody. She lost an upload, and we see later on that his drive is sitting on top of the light above her desk, and it's just like, how in the fuck did it get all the way up there? It's some weird stuff. But yeah, anyone else out there? Have you guys been watching it at all, or has anyone looked at this yet? Or, obviously, I've got some people that are in here, so you've seen it. But what is everyone else thinking at this point? I mean, like I said, it's got a season 2, so we'll see what happens here. But pretty much now, everything at Amazon gets a season 2. And sorry. Oh, and I'm skipping a little bit. That's probably giving me a choppy ass video, as usual. But what do you want? It's YouTube. Yeah. Philip A. Demick says I only saw an ad for it yesterday. Oh, really? Okay. So yeah, it's like I said, Robbie Amell. Robbie Amell's been in a shitload of stuff, quite honestly. He's been in The Flash, he was Firestorm in The Flash. And others. I mean, literally, he's been in a ton of stuff. Him and his cousin Stephen Amell, of course, who played Green Arrow, and they actually are in a Netflix movie together called Code 9. I want to say is what it is. I can't remember offhand. It's a superhero thing. It's kind of a superhero adjacent movie, which actually is pretty good. It's a Canadian joint, eh? And that one works. And I'm pretty sure this is Canadian as well. This one looks like it was shot in Vancouver, as where everything is now. It's either Vancouver or Australia or New Zealand or, you know, Atlanta, outside of Atlanta in Georgia. Flebademic says I had to watch an ad a couple of times to get the name of it. Oh, okay. Really? Okay. Yeah, no, have promoted the crap out of this thing. It's everywhere. I saw another ad for it actually. What was that? I was reading an article, as a matter of fact, online, and in the article was an advertisement for it. So it's been everywhere. But yeah, like I said, if you're stuck at home, you're looking for stuff to watch, you can't, and you don't want to really think about it too much. This is a perfect show for you, right there. It's got a little bit of sci-fi. It's got, like I said, it's heavy on the rom-com. So it's not bad, but it's got some dark tones too. It's got some very dark tones. And that's kind of what keeps it a little interesting, is having those dark tones to it. It's got a fruity heady bouquet with some legs and some notes of hazelnut and chocolate. For those of you wine connoisseurs out there. Hear about the renewal, or did I miss it? Yes, there is a season 2. They already have said there's a season 2 that came out on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I missed it as well because it was obviously a blink and you miss it kind of thing. But I was doing a little research beforehand and saw that it had already been renewed for season 2, which is good. Like I said, but again, like I said, it's on Amazon. Pretty much everything on Amazon is getting a season 2. It's kind of a given. Season 3s, on the other hand, are kind of hard to come by. Although, if you're the boys already has season 3 wrapped up and ready to go. So season 2 is already done, and they've already been working on. They were already working on season 3 when the coronavirus COVID-19 thing hit. Philip A. Demick says Outlander just ended. Now I only want to watch is YouTube and anime. The only thing I want to watch. You watched Outlander, man? I'm better man than I am. I couldn't do it. Yeah. So, what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow, I'm off. Friday is going to be another excellent episode of Harley Quinn. Saturday, I'm going to actually move Saturday morning blast off to Sunday, and it's going to be a Sunday morning blast off because I have to put in a water heater. Yeah, my water heater decided to crap out on me yesterday, and so homeowner that I am, I need to put in a new water heater. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Monday, and I'm dreading this decision, but I'll see what happens. I'm actually going to cover the first episode of Stargirl on DC Universe on Monday. Yes, you heard it here. I'm going to cover Stargirl. Why? Because there's not that much shit that's going on out there right now. Tuesday, of course, is Future Man. And then Wednesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm going to pick as of yet. So I'll find something and put it out there. I know, Penn. I know. I know I was going to hear it from somebody. Excuse me. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm maybe it'll surprise us. I highly doubt it, but stranger things have happened. I wasn't really, gonna be all that surprised with Harley Quinn, and I was. So there we go. Philip A. Demick says, "Oh, Outlander. It's a time travel show by the guy who did." Yeah, but you know what? It's a time travel show based on a romantic novel book, like one of those Harlequin romance novels that's based on time travel. I know exactly what Outlander is, Philip A. Demick, and I can't do it. Plus, it's on Stars, and Stars is dead to me. Yeah, I don't know, Penn, if Stargirl. I mean, it could be in the same realm as Picard. Yeah. Oh, you finally saw the live action Harley Quinn? I'm sorry, Joker. It honestly, okay, it really wasn't that bad. It had some style choices and some script choices that it really needed to work out first, is really what it needed to do. And honestly, if they had just talked to the animation guys, the guys who were doing the animated version of it, who had a better story, they could have adapted that for the live action Harley Quinn and had a blockbuster of a movie. That's all they needed to really do. They really didn't give her. They did her a disservice. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, it was it was a disservice to the character. That's all I'm going to say on that. So, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. And thank you, everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. And I will see you again on Friday for the animated Harley Quinn on DC Universe. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you could have a crapped out water heater and looking at not being able to take a hot shower for the next couple of days, which is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Friday. Until then, have a good night. Stay safe and have a good one. Thanks, everybody.